Mr. Cruz was one of the first teachers that I met when I first came to Creek in my sophomore year, and he honestly made me feel super comfortable with his classroom environment. He always seemed to make me smile. He was my first period teacher, and he just always made my day have a really good start. Junior year, I had his class. It was his music appreciation class, and I first started to write music at that time. And he actually, every day, he would take time out of his class time to help me with my music. I'd get on I'd get on the piano and I would start playing random chords, and he'd help me piece them together to make songs. And I definitely say that's my favorite memory.
My favorite teacher is Mr. Fess. I have to say that, or else I'm going to be grounded at home. She's a real good teacher.
She's loving and caring, and she's supportive with my dreams.
Yeah, she's a coach teacher as well in math.
She's better than all these teachers in here, so I want everybody to see that.
Yeah.
And real good at math. Somebody need to make her a math teacher, because she is real good, okay? I love her. I adore her.
Where's her?
When I walk across the stage, I'm going to be so happy, because that's for Miss Hoyle, okay? She made me walk across that stage because I was not doing it, okay? Creek, y'all stress me out, okay? I want y'all to know that.
Y'all need to pay her more.
Thank you. Raise her check.
She's a very laid back and chill teacher. I like about Mr. Copeland that he values education. He really wants to see his students succeed in life.
He's the best.
My teacher, Miss Schwaber, is the best teacher that we know.
Me too.
It's in band.
One time I was trying to hit a high note and it wasn't coming out. So he was like, tighten your lips up. I'm like, okay, tightening my lips up.
My favorite thing about Mr. Williams is that he shows us what leadership is supposed to be and how we're supposed to act and make sure we're on check.
Rutherford is my favorite teacher because he keeps me on top of all my work, but he's not like aggravating while doing it. He makes sure that we're okay personally and academically, and he's also very sweet.
How to flow and make sure that everybody do their work and make sure that everybody pass their class.
Kay Smith, because I honestly can go to her when like I'm upset. She tells me right from wrong. She keeps me on top of my grades. She just honestly wants us to graduate. She pushes us.
My favorite part about Miss Mellon is that she likes to include everyone, and she strives to make sure that not even the students who don't particularly want to be here get involved and have that opportunity to have an experience with every single animal in the room.
My favorite teacher is Mr. Nicotri.
Why?
Because he's a great mentor and he's always there for us.
Miss Holmes really cares about her students, and she makes sure that you do your work, and she checks up on us. Miss Prada checked up on me last year when I had her. Really made sure that I was doing fine mentally before it got worse.
This is my second year and it has been very, very good. I'm very happy with the school environment and especially with you guys, students.
What I like about Miss Garrett is that she's always eager to teach new things to her students.
My favorite thing about Miss Lewis is that I can always count on her to make me laugh.
Something I like about Miss Schmidt is that even though she was new to this school and to teaching, she was ready to face everything head on.
What she said.
If you miss an assignment, you can always go back and go change it or do it. So yeah, that's what I appreciate about her.
Miss Gatson, and I would say because she was very hard on you, she makes sure you do your work. But one thing about her is if you don't do your work, she do not care because that's your grade, not hers.
My feeling Miss Castillo is he's just overall a chill teacher. You know, you'll never see him like never see him like raise his voice like for small problems, or he'll be like he's just over around a good guy to be around, and you know he's just one of the best teachers out here in school.
Oh well, she's a very, very kind woman. I would say actually the best teacher ever. And also what's about in school that she's very hard working. She takes her time. And you can really tell that she studied for it a lot. Oh, Miss Holzberger, she's a very kind teacher. Nice, very kind teacher. She likes to make sure her students succeed and pass.
The one thing I like about Chef is that how he always makes culinary about a community and a family. Chef has always been pretty tight-knit with all of his classes, and I really appreciate Chef for everything he does for us. Not only is he a leader inside the classroom, but outside the classroom, and we all love and appreciate Chef. We can call on him when we need him for anything, even not school-related. Chef is always there for us to make sure that we're always prepared and that we're prepared for life outside of high school. So I really appreciate Chef, and he's definitely one of the people that I would think at graduation. He's one of the people I would think later on in life, and he's definitely a teacher that I would see myself keeping in touch with when I'm older. Chef has impacted me because not only is he a teacher at school, but he's also a bishop, so he does bring a lot of religious things into my life. Chef always is a good mentor to keep positivity in my life, and he just impacted me in so many ways that when I need somebody to talk to, I know I can go to Chef Lightner to help me.
I like how much Mr. Cowan cares about his students and how much he really tries to help us learn, and he goes out of his way to come and help us whenever we're struggling.
Let me tell you why basketball is my favorite team. It's because she cares about all her students, and even when our students are not doing well in their class, she makes sure that everybody gets the work done. And even when they're not doing it, she's going to keep asking you, hey, do you want to get these done? She's going to keep reminding you and making sure that you don't fail her class and make sure you succeed.
Coach McConnell's always been super supportive, both academically and athletically. On game days, he allows us room to stretch and rest. He pushes us, even though we don't want to sometimes, he still pushes. And overall, he's a good person, and he tries to get to know his students.
And what was he was making fun of your accent?
Yeah, freshman year, I guess I had a southern accent or whatever, and he would always say something in like a weird southern accent. I don't have a southern accent, but apparently I did.
My favorite thing about Gunny is a lot of things, but if I had to pick one, it would be he never fails to put a smile on someone's face, but also he always just knows what to say to people. He knows how to like motivate them and push them to do the things, especially the things that they don't want to do. And he's just a naturally motivating person.
He's very direct. He doesn't really beat around the bush, which is good because he doesn't like leave you on to think something and then change this last minute. Also, he's very caring. Like he doesn't do anything like out of like maliciousness. He's like very jokey. If you actually get to know him, he's very jokey. Yeah. Memories? Yes, I have a lot. But my favorite one would probably be when we went to a drawing competition, and there was like a big like wasp like next to my head, and I was just standing still. And I was trying not to move because we were getting evaluated. And then as soon as we like got dismissed, First Sergeant was like, I know you saw that wasp next to your ear. I would have choked. I was like, I couldn't move.
I'm a first year teacher, and the vibe from my student teaching school was, it was very strict. It didn't seem like you could be yourself or be comfortable. And I come here and everyone is so welcoming, and I feel like it's okay for, you know, me to be myself and for the kids to express themselves in class. So the welcoming atmosphere is probably my favorite part of working here.
So who's my favorite teacher? I'd probably have to say Miss Stowe. just because she was actually teaching here when I was a student. I wasn't a student here, but I was a student back in the 1990s when Stowe was already teaching. So I'd have to say she's my favorite just for longevity, and there's a lot of knowledge in that art room and in that head of hers, and sometimes what comes out of her head is just beautiful. I'd have to say, what was the question? Favorite teacher? I don't know, they're all pretty great.